In this question, we're going to try to find a, b, and c positive integers such that a over 5 is equal to b over 7 is equal to c over 11, and a times b times c is 3080. So the question that we're going to try to get is how can we link the a, b, c values with the product? Okay, so before we start, how can we make this one an easy system or an easy equation to solve? Okay, so the easiest way is that we're gonna introduce some helpful variable. Okay, so we have this ratio here: a over 5 is b over 7 is c over 11. So if we call this ratio x, and in this case x is strictly positive because a is positive, and we divide by 5, all these values are going to be positive. Okay, so once we do that, we see that we can write a as 5 times x, and b as 7 times x, and c as 11 times x. So from here we can get to this condition here. So if we multiply, we're going to have a times b times c. It's going to be 5 times 7 times 11 times x times x times x. And we see what we get: 5 times 7 times 11 times x cubed. But we are given this one. So this one is 3080. Okay? So from here, we can start solving. So the key idea that we're going to have is that we need to decompose this number. Okay, so the decomposition of this number is gonna give us 8 times 5 times 7 times 11, which is equal to 5 times 7 times 11 times x cubed. And we can simplify now to get that x cubed is 8. And since x is positive, the only value that we have for x is 2. Okay? Because that's the only number, because we have x is positive from here. Now we can go back and solve for a and b and c. So here, a is 5 times x. That means sorry about this one, it's not working. So we have a is 5 times x. So that means 5 times 2, which is 10, and b is 7 times x, which is 7 times 2, which is 14, and c is 11 times x, which is 11 times 2, which is 22. The last step is that we check a, b, c is 10 times 14 times 22, which is equal to 3080, and therefore 10, 14, 22 are the values for a, b, and c consecutively. And that's what we needed to solve.